Okay, so here we are. We're in Klamath Falls, Oregon. Here's Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
This is the very first video we're shooting. I'm on vacation / work vacation, workcation. And so
Workation.
I'm getting things done though.
A new word.
Yes, a new word. So anyways, thank you for joining us. And we're going to say goodnight for now. Okay, good night. Say goodnight, Mom.
Good night. It's like you just kind of fall off.
Yeah, you fall off the end of the world and you're just in this mirror land.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
All right, say hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, girls.
Hi.
My brother. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
All right, so we just had dinner. We're getting ready to go finish the truck bed and all that fun stuff. And I can do this. Let's see if is it that button. There it goes, and there it is. There's
There
me.
you are.
Selfie mode. So, all right.
Too cool.
Goodbye. And here we are. Here's Mom in the dark, but she's looking at her phone. And it's a beautiful evening in Klamath Falls. Here's the shop. Here's Old Blue. Let me get around where I can see Old Blue. Here's Old Blue. Ready to go.
Take a picture of it in the morning.
Yeah. And Dad's shop. I'll get some lights on. Come over here. Try to look at the mess of lights. That one. That one. I think that's the ladder that he broke his knee on. It's a very chintzy ladder. Don't get on it, whatever you do. Of course, I just got the table saw. The table saw is in the back of the truck. And the vise. But we've got Dan's vise over here. So there's still a vise to get projects done. But this is Dad's shop. And Dan's got stuff over here. There's Dan's meter. And a whole bunch of stuff. It is incredibly dirty out here. The dust blows. Dirt accumulates. And those white bags is luggage. And Dad got this on the beach in Guam when he was stationed in Guam. And Mom sent it to Nora Conrad from her son that was in Guam. But eventually we got it back. Mom and Dad got it back. It's pretty much an average shop. And there's the house. Here's the trailer that I'm not taking. Lawnmower. We'll get some more in the morning when it's light out, maybe. All right, good night. Good morning. It is Monday, July 29th, 2024. Here at 5431 Sturtevant Avenue, Klamath Falls, Oregon. And we've got the map up. We've got that. We've got Mom over here. Hang on a second. Let's see if we can go get Mom over here. I don't know if I can get Mom over there. I don't think the gimbal will go that far. She's over there. Hi, Mom. And get back around to the front. All right, here we go. And first stop is to get gas. Now, I have watched this back gas tank go down in just a few trips. I can understand why some guy said, you know, I got out to see if there was a hole in the tank. Love you too. He will be.
Parking mode
just outside of Lakeview. As you can see, there's smoke in the air. Lots of smoke. Lots of forest fires. Okay, so I just had a very good lunch. Burger at Burger Queen, not Burger King, Burger Queen here in Oregon. And very good ratings on Google. And it turns out, man, it's a really good burger. So starting again, and now comes one of the longest legs. Map says 3 hours, 29 minutes, 212 miles to Winnemucca. So here we go. Lakeview is very much on the side of this hill. We're not going to Klamath Falls. Here we go. Welcome to the Oregon Outback. Next gas, 118 miles. That's if we were to keep going north on this road. We're going to be making a turn on 140. Coming up here in just a little bit. Looks like it's about 2.5 miles. Here comes the turn to 140. I guess that's straight up and down. It's just that we're coming up on the mountains that look crooked. By valleys. Hello, mountains. All right, we're gonna do this for a little while. We got locusts or grasshoppers or something. Just went through a storm of them. I don't know if you can see them. Maybe you'd be able to hear them hitting the windshield. There's a lot of them, that's for sure. And they're big. I think they're grasshoppers. It's a good thing I closed the vent window. That window right there. Had it open. Decided it was a little warm and wanted to go with the AC. Got 14 miles to the gallon between Klamath Falls and Lakeview. I think with the AC on, that is going to be diminished. And now I seem to be through the locust. I'm not running into nearly as many. Just enough to mess up the windshield really good. And I got a trailer to follow. Fifth wheel. But he's cruising right along and probably running about 55 because he knows that's the best gas mileage. Would be my guess. So I'm just kind of hanging back a little bit and enjoying the ride. There we are coming out of this canyon. Missed the waterfall. There was a waterfall back there. I didn't even see a sign for it. just crossed into Nevada, so it seems like it's a good time to get some music going. And what better way to get started on this trip than a little Joe Walsh.
She knows I must cry. Yeah, cry.
By the way, welcome to Nevada.
If she sends a love bad bird, strangest color blue, flying in.
Well, that was exciting.
She just thinks of you. Yeah, you. So with all those blues must be 1,000 views, and each is differently used. You just know. You sit there mesmerized by the depth of her eyes. Can be categorized. She got soul. She got soul. She got soul. She got Do you think she loves you? Do you
This song just seems to kind of go along with the drive.
Now and then I pace my place. I can't retrace how I got here. I cheat the light to check my face. It's slightly harder than last year. Then all at once it gets hard to take. It gets hard to fake what I want.
Hey, we're coming up to the turn.
'Cause one of these days I'll be born and raised, and it's such a waste to grow up lonely.
Welcome to Denio Junction, Denio.
Still have dreams, they're not the same. They don't fly
It looks a little different than it did in 2012.
I saw my friend, he's in my head, and he said, "You don't remember me, do you?"
98 to Winnemucca.
Then all at once it gets hard to take. It gets hard to fake what I won't be. 'Cause one of these days I'll be still got faith. I call on both of my brothers. I got a mom, gotta die, but they do not have each other. So line on up and take your place.
The view would be a whole lot better if it wasn't for the smoke. This would be a really cool shot right here, but it's so smoky. And I've been out of cell range for a while, which means no music because I'm out of range. And it's still a whole lot of nothing. Can't imagine what it's like to live in a farmhouse out here. Bumpy too. So coming up is the intersection where 140 ends, and I'll be turning right on 395. 95, I think it's 95. 95 south. Wish it wasn't so smoky. A little bit of a hill. Looks like we'll have a lot more traffic on 95. Because on 140 there has been nobody here. Look at that. There's nobody. Hill on the other side of this valley. And 140. Look like there's anybody there. Nope. So let's get going. Speed limit 70. Well, if I can get there, I'll get there. Reminds me of Yakima. It'd be pretty if it wasn't for the fog or the smog, smoke. Okay, bye.
I think that any love is good loving. So I do what I
Welcome to Winnemucca. looking for... I don't remember. I'll recognize it when I see it. Not that I've ever seen it before. I've just seen it on Google Earth. A little restaurant up here. It's just so smoky. I think it's right up here. Next to the pig. Sid's, there it is. Sid's has home cooking. We're gonna try Sid's. See how it is. Doesn't look like there's too many people here. Let's see if I can move this big old truck. With a long bed. All right, let's try Sid's. And I'm going 75, and I'm getting past. And I think that's gonna be the story for the next 3 hours.
The confusion sets in before the doctor can even close the door. Lightning crashing, and old mother dies. Her intentions fall to the floor. The angel closes her eyes. The confusion that was hers belongs now to the baby down the hall. Oh, I feel it coming back again, like a rolling thunder chasing the wind, forces pulling from the center of the earth. I can feel it.
It's my first tunnel on this trip. Going through the side of a mountain. Didn't know I-80 went through any tunnels. But here we go. Bumps. Out the other side. Bumpy road. And we are still in a whole lot of nothing. Still cruising along at 75. Been through a couple of construction sites, but not too many. And I am very much getting passed by everybody. But that's okay. Alright, see you in the next one. Bump. And bump. 30 miles outside of Wendover. The smoke is clearing a little bit. Still pretty hazy. And still absolutely nothing on the horizon. Just a whole lot of nothing. But we need to depopulate the world. Yeah, right. As you can see, that is a long, straight highway. And I'm still getting past. Oh, speed limit's back up to 75. It was 70 just a few minutes ago. So, I'll pick it up to 75. Okay, bye. And we're coming into Wendover. This is West Wendover. Just a mile from my exit. Trying not to get run over by the trucks. The speed limit here is 80. And the trucks will run you over. And I think I'm passing my hotel right there. Okay, I gotta steer. Okay, bye. So, got a good night's rest in Wendover. I am on my way out to Bonneville Speedway. And we're going to see what it looks like, but there's still a lot of haze. So all the photos that everybody has of the beautiful salt flats with the mountains in the background, it's clear. That is not what I'm going to see. It's just very hazy. But we're going to take a look anyways and see what it looks like. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. Maybe there'll be some racers out here. I don't know. It's just a whole lot of flat. I can see tire tracks where other people have gone off the road, but I don't think I need to do that. But we will go out to the end of this road, see what it looks like. And then this road that's way down there. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like there are some buildings way out there on the horizon. But other than that, there's just nothing. It's so flat and salty. In the distance is I-80, which I'm about to be on. I will be traveling from right to left as I head east. I have to say, if it wasn't for that guy's generator over there, it'd be very, very quiet and very peaceful. There's no brush, there's no birds out here, there's no life at all. Of course, there's nothing to see on the other side either. It's just so flat. I can see why some people wanted to just go as fast as they could across this. And Speed Week starts this Friday. I missed it. I will be home this Friday, or arriving home, but this will all be full of people. And so I can say I've seen the Bonneville Salt Flats and the Bonneville Speedway. All right, I think that means it's time to move on. I've seen it. Here we go. Let's go get in the truck and go. And here's my selfie video. And I am at the Bonneville Salt Flats. And it's very flat. And very salty. In case you didn't know what the Bonneville Salt Flats were all about. They're about flat and salt. Okay, bye. And we are now leaving the Bonneville Salt Flats. That was pretty cool. I have to admit, I kind of liked it. Glad to have finally gotten here. Can cross it off my bucket list, although I think after I retire, I would love to come out here for Speed Week. That would be a blast. Have to get a camper and have some money to spend for gas, because as I'm finding out, this thing uses a lot of gas. Been driving for a little while. perfectly straight line into the horizon. Getting to where we can't see the mountains anymore. Looking at the road just goes perfectly straight. Keeps going. Every once in a while you might get a radio tower. There's a railroad track over there. Notice the barrier here, the wire barrier on the side of the road. It used to be over on this side. Now it's over on this side. Interesting. So if I really wanted to, I could drive off into the sand over here, and it looks like some people have. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Okay. So I thought this was kind of strange. We went across or underneath a bridge just a little ways ago. A bridge that was back there that way. But when we went under the bridge, we came out on the other side, and all of a sudden there's green. And there's grass growing in the salt flats. Which makes me wonder, how is this possible? And I'm just curious as to what grows out here. Did they cultivate this at one time? Because it looks like sand. I don't know. Maybe it's just sand now on this side. But it's been green ever since that bridge. I think that's very interesting. And we're finally starting to see a little bit of mountains on the upcoming towards the east. In the haze. The haze is a little bit thinner on this side of the flats, but it's still pretty hazy. So I don't, maybe you can't see it, but there are mountains dead ahead. Great big wall of Rockies, I believe. My goodness, they are big. And I'm guessing that Salt Lake City is just before I get to that. It's kind of hard to believe I'm going to have to go over that. Maybe I'm going to go around it. I'm not sure, but it's big. And it's like, hey, those are mountains. Not just foothills that you have out in Virginia. Those are real mountains. And it looks like maybe we'll be going around them. Salt flats are quite impressive. Just how big they are. I wonder what this would have looked like if at some point this filled in. So how deep was it before the sand, dirt came in and filled it all in and leveled it out? part of the Great Salt Lake coming up here? I'm really not sure. We got through this little mountain range, not really a pass. We're still at the same altitude, I think. But it is still very, very flat. So I think that might be the Great Salt Lake right there. There it is. It's big. Smokestack over there. But that looks like a great big lake. A little bumpy. So it's a $10 entry fee to get into the Great Salt Lake State Park, and I didn't want to pay $10 for standing there 5 minutes. So I am outside the state park and I'm just going to look around here. And here's what we see. There's the entry fee. And the Great Salt Lake. We are backed up to this nice factory. Not sure what that is. Mine, coal mine? I don't know. Sailboat way out there. Now we're coming up on Salt Lake City. Okay, I better drive. Okay, we got through downtown Salt Lake City, and now we're heading straight for the Rockies. Hard to believe this highway is going to go through that. Bumpy road. Wow. So much for kindness. And we're gonna hit a hill here. Start using some gasoline, that's for sure. Yes, sir. Mountains we go. All right, we'll see you on the other side. And we are coming out of the Rockies, and the smoke is clearing a little bit. Not much. You can see down a Still pretty hazy. Sharp turn coming up. Intersection of 84 and 80. Wow. Starting to see a little less smog. A little more blue sky. A little. Accident coming up. Good driving award. Okay, so stopping at the TA Travel Center. I don't know where I am exactly, except that I'm on I-80. I think I might be in Wyoming by now, but I'm not positive. Might still be in Utah. I don't know. But anyways, we stopped. We had lunch. It wasn't very good. It was Burger King, so you can't expect it to be very good. It's Burger King. And got a hat. So I'm happy I got a hat. One of my big expenses on the trip. Yay. I kind of like it. Does it look all right? Yeah, it looks all right. It looks good. And I'm going to get run over if I don't get moving. So, all right. Wait for him to go by, and we will get moving. See you on the road. We are definitely coming out of the Rockies. That big windmill farm is behind us. And it is starting to flatten out. The view. Had a very nice view for a little bit. Now it's gone. Oh well. It's still day 2. Day 2 is a long day. I still got 3 hours to go. Something like that. I'm pretty sure I'm in Wyoming. It's a big state. It's really dry. It's still desert-like. Hey, it's another tunnel. Here near Green River, I think is where we are. Here we go. Okay, bye. This seems to be the look of Wyoming. Blue skies, light fluffy clouds, miles of open road, and sage, brown. Lots of brown and blue. Still got smoke on the horizon. This is pretty much what I've been looking at. Oh man, that's why I get a big bump like that. Ooh. Good thing I don't have to hold this camera forever. Oh, it does make me wish I would have got a GoPro. Could have mounted it and recorded the whole trip. Well, maybe next time. However, when I get out here, I can't help but think, how did the pioneers cross this walking? You know, the little kids got a ride in the wagon. A lot of them had to walk too. It would be a long walk. And at the end of the day, we've got some clear blue skies here in Rawlins, Wyoming. Heading towards Laramie. The smoke has cleared off, at least for now, and it looks a lot better. This is kind of what I was hoping to see going through Utah, but it was not to be. Cruising down the highway. Just missed it. Maybe there'll be a view over this hill. Wyoming has some beautiful wide open spaces. across the end of the dry line. We're getting towards the dry line. Means we'll be getting into humidity not too long. Trees! We have trees! On the other side of the wind farm. All of a sudden there's trees. Must mean we're getting closer to the dry line. Beautiful thing. The wind is gusty. Big wind farm. Got a strange feeling, a little house on the prairie looking at that. Just the size, how big this country is, how big these plains are. And I've noticed I've been getting closer to a front. Looks like there might be rain coming out of those. I wish it would have been this clear coming through the mountains. And I believe this is Laramie, I think. Hey, good people of Laramie. Heading towards the clouds. Yep. Going east is not getting away from all the forest fires. There's a big one. Not exactly sure where that is, but it's obviously a pretty good sized fire. Good view coming up around this corner. And these barricades for snow. We must get a lot of snow here. Wonder how close I'm going to get to that fire. There's a point of interest, it doesn't say what. I guess it's that tree. Huh. I'm not stopping for that particular point of interest. Seems the windmills are getting bigger. The windmill farms are getting bigger. broken wing. It's very sad. All right, good morning. It is Wednesday morning. Is it July 31st? It's 8:02 a.m. and had a rather uneventful but interesting stay here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. The Denny's I went to for dinner last night. I sat down and took a while for lady to take my order. She took my order, and then another guy came in and sat down a few seats away from me, and he ordered as soon as he saw her. He said he wanted the American Slam. And he got his meal. I was still waiting for mine, and he finished his meal. I was still waiting for mine. He got up and paid for his meal. I was still waiting for mine. Finally, I asked her, "Hey, did you forget about me?" She just said no, and walked away. And it was about 5 minutes later. I said, "I'm gonna walk if you don't get my food." And "Oh, well, I'll go see." And she left, and a while later I got up and walked, and that was disappointing. Went over to Wendy's, and apparently they were training someone, and they were having all kinds of problems. And so I walked out of there, went over to Arby's, and they were doing decent. There was a couple of kids there. They were obviously high schoolers, but they did a good job. And so I ate at Arby's last night. It was fine. The hotel was a whole nother story. The key card didn't work. The bathroom light was out, and I had to call, and I wanted some light in the bathroom. So they had to come up, and he didn't even bring, the guy didn't even bring a ladder. It wasn't a kid. He brought a light bulb, but no way to, he was not tall enough to reach the light bulb. So I said, well, I could do it. It's not a big deal. So I put 1 foot on the edge of the shower, 1 foot on the toilet seat, reached up and changed the light bulb. It's very simple, but kind of weird that he wasn't prepared. You know, hey, you want to change a light bulb in a shower, you pretty much have to have a ladder. And the key card wouldn't work for some reason, and first time it didn't work, I went down and he made another set of keys, and that set didn't work. So as I was walking by, came out to check the truck and get something, walked back in and said, by the way, that key card you made for me again also didn't work. He says, well, let me go check it out. I want to see this for myself. So he walked up, and sure enough, I was afraid it was going to the key card was going to make a liar out of me, and worked for just fine. But no, it did not work, and it was intermittent. So he got it to work a couple of times, but then when he got it to work, it would lock before you could actually open the door, which was very frustrating. So he said he was going to write it up, and I don't know if he did. But anyways, it's just some very interesting incidences here in Cheyenne. There's some things I wanted to go see in Cheyenne, some missile silo stuff, but I don't know if I kind of want to get on the road. I just want to go. So next stop is gas, and then we're headed for home. So, okay, have a great trip. See you later. It's just not a very good morning for video. It's smoke is back. This guy can't make up his mind how fast he wants to go. Got the cruise control set at 80. Moving right along, still getting past. a lot of gas. I can't imagine what they're going through. But we're getting into a whole lot of nothing. Not very good lighting for taking video. Seem some of the smoke is following me. So it was clear last night, but it is just a little bit smoky today. Maybe get a view at the top of this little ridge, this rise. But because it's getting so flat, there's just not that much to look at. Flat, obviously. Cheyenne seems to be one of the key places. It's like on the other side it starts to get hilly, but once you're in Cheyenne, you get past Cheyenne, it flattens out. And I felt like I needed to get this view because you can see a little ridge in the horizon, but there's not much after that. I think it's just going to get flatter and flatter. Just came across the Nebraska state line. Welcome to Nebraska. Honestly, I would still rather do this than an hour of an all-day trip on Interstate 95 on the East Coast. This is much better. Did a quick stop in Big Springs, Nebraska. Abby's restroom. Looked for a purple pillow that Dan recommended. They don't have one. I'll just keep checking pilots and Flying J's. That's where he said I'd find them. But as you can see, it is flat. It is very, very flat. But I'm seeing crops, more green crops. That means more water, which means we're slowly getting towards the dry line. And a few more trees. That means there's more water. And a little bit more green. Some of the grass along the median is green instead of all brown. That means more rainfall. But it's still very flat. I'd still rather be here than on Interstate 95. Okay, bye. I feel like I've definitely crossed over the dry line simply because as I look at the median, the grass is green. Check this out. And it's just really nice to see green again instead of just brown everywhere. And we are at the Golden Spike Tower. I don't know if you can see it out there. There it is. In North Platte, Nebraska. Second largest railroad yard. I can hear the engines over there, the train engines. The second largest railroad yard in the United States. And open the door and the first thing I notice, the humidity. I am definitely getting towards the east because it is, well, and take a look, there are rain showers around and I will definitely be hitting rain. I believe that is looking east and I'm going to go into that rainstorm right there later this afternoon. But for now, I think we'll see what the Golden Tower is all about.
Process these things to make so we can, and how we work together as a team in different departments on trains. Then, of course, just the magnitude of the number of trains equates to the number of locomotives and the number of cars that need service, that need repair. It's really a key of how you efficiently manage your resources and also how effective you are at classifying the cars that are already assigned and moving trains through here.
A manifest train is made up of mixed wheel cars, box cars, tank cars, city bed cars, and so on. An intermodal train hauls truck and ship containers across the U.S. Both trains carry grain, soda ash, and ore. A run-through train doesn't have any cars to pick up or deliver to Bailey Yard. You'll see them all from the Golden Spike Tower, a panoramic view of the world's largest train yard.
You have 36 loaded coal trains going east every day and 36 empty going west. You average about, during the freight train, we'll have 138 cars on it. Here's the widest part of the yard, there's 301 sets of rails on there. There's enough track to make the name of
want to go someplace to see a lot of trains, the triple track main line and North Platte's Golden Spike Tower should be high on your list of places to visit.
Gotta take an elevator. Thank goodness there's an elevator. Like the gal said, if there wasn't an elevator, she probably wouldn't be working here. Get in the elevator, and we'll go to our observation deck. Let's try that.
And then we had like dozens and dozens and dozens of eggs that were hard-boiled. And we said, we hard-boiled egg sandwiches.
Hey, there's my truck.
Maybe 2 different kinds of sandwiches. And they'd run out of this kind, so we'd have to go back and slice and fix more sandwiches. Oh, you just started with 1 loaf and then 2 loaves and then 3 loaves and you just kept going. Lots of sandwiches.
And, you know, milk was another thing. I think they just couldn't get enough milk.
It was in
And it was in those were they half pint?
Yes.
I think they were half pint bottles. And, you know, I remember not doing it.
A lot of engines.
literally just rolling downhill? Yeah, it looks like it was rolling downhill.
Oh. There's another one that
There's a whole bunch and they're just like rolled up. Those three also are rolling by themselves. There's no engine. Hey, here comes a tanker
There's
of some sort.
well, something's got to be. There's an engine backing those up, but those other ones seems like they got loose.
Right?
There's two more. It's like none of them are coupled. Huh. So this is interesting that the far side of the yard is a hill. There's a kind of a tower and looks like they even got a windsock. But they're pushing them up that hill and then it looks like they're separating them. And they go down the hill and it looks like they must switch them depending on where each car is going. And they can switch them and create different trains. That way they use gravity to allow the train cars to switch tracks. Gravity just pulls them onto the right track, whatever they've switched it to. And then they've separated the train to go to different locations after they go down there and get a different engine. It's a very interesting distribution system. Very simple. But on that far side is where the train is getting pushed up the hill, and then it looks like somebody in that little shack is disconnecting them and sending them down the hill to wherever they're supposed to go next. Pretty cool. Taking the stairs up, we are now in the observation level.
Shift all the time. You may work different days, but they give you advance warning. You know, they don't switch it for one time and then you go back. They usually do it for months at a time, and then they say, okay, starting next month or August 1st, which is tomorrow, you're going to be working second shift instead of first shift. And you do that for a couple of months or things like that. Train crew, it's different. Depends on how much traffic it's moving through there, or who's called, and when you've been off duty, and you know, all kinds of different things. 12 hours. So then you're off 12 hours, and then you get 12 more, and then usually you're back home again, depending on what his trip is and everything. I don't know where he's going to or anything like that, but usually, as you say he's out of Superior.
A little bit better view down here. There's their gravity distribution system.
I gotta find it on a better map. I'll have to look on a different map to see.
Apparently the sound that is heard quite a bit is as they let the train go, they have to figure out the weight of the car and how much it weighs versus how much to brake versus how long the track is to get it to couple with the next train where it's going.
Same principle, you're moving cars at a scheduled rate and everything like that. And it also depends on, he may be on a route where there's only 10, 20, 30 trains a day. We have 120.
It's amazing how they can move those cars pretty much without an engine attached to them.
They have 100 trains.
Just using gravity
It just happens to be that
and
location,
brakes.
particular area and everything.
Oh, hit it. Hit it pretty hard.
Which ones? The ones right in front of here? The one way out there? Okay, the one that's moving way out there is moving from the west side of the yard to the east side of the yard. We're going to sort all those cars because those are going east. The one that's above that train, that's the one that's getting sorted.
Because that one, no, it's red and orange.
That's coming over to this, that's the end of that train, but it's coming over here to the east side. Right above that car are the cars rolling down the hill that are getting sorted with the humping process. Those cars are all destined to go back east of us here. We have to sort them based on towns like Lexington, Kearney, Grand Island, wherever they're going to. Those are going to get sorted to go back east from North Platte.
So who owns all these things?
80% of your freight cars are owned by private companies. You'll see the letters on the car will say something like GATX. And X on there stands for private company.
That's
Watch the train go by, just don't count the cars anymore. When you got something to watch, and you'll see a whole bunch of X cars out there. Those are private.
A lot of freight goes through here. A lot of merchandise. And liquids, fuels, petroleum-based products, food, textiles.
What do you do? I need a rental car. Well, I need one with 4 seats in it. Well, then we need a bed. Now, that also goes, unfortunately, for your wife there, because back in the 70s, Tylenol, she didn't like Tylenol, so she took a whole bunch of hypodermic needles and put poison in bottles and killed a whole bunch of people. You didn't know that about her. Okay, I'm sorry, but you know. So, what did Tylenol have to do? They had to put plastic around the box. You throw that away. You open the lid. There's an adult-proof
Get out of the reflection.
You can't open it, but kids can. But they call it a child-proof cap. And then you take that plastic ring off of there. Inside there's a seal in there. Inside there, all that's packaging you wouldn't have to pay for unless if somebody didn't do something silly like you see on over here. That's in about 8 million different products. Then the environmentalist says, oh, why is she just throwing that in the trash? That's got to go to the number 2 recycles and this one, we don't recycle that anymore. They say, well, if they just throw it in the box and let it, or as long as it's off of my property, I don't care. And you also should check with your recycling facility because they may tell you it's recyclable, but if they can't find any use for it, it just gets thrown into the trash. Well, that's happened now because they got all them barges over to China, and China said, you know what, we're tired of taking your junk over here now. We don't want it anymore. So they let them float away, and all of a sudden they left there full, and all of a sudden miraculously they got back here empty. Amazing. And why does every person have to have a plastic bottle like you have to drink out of?
Yeah. Throw it away.
Yep.
They showed in some foreign country that they were shipping all the garbage over there. You know, and it was just, big beer, lots of plastic in foreign countries.
And if you actually look at the amount of food that we throw away in this country, it would feed hundreds of other countries what we throw away. People fill their child's plate up. Yeah, help yourself. The screens, you can touch those screens. There's different places in the yard. There'll be information on there if you'd like to read about that or do anything. So you bet.
Thank you.
You're welcome, folks. Thank you for stopping by.
Reflections.
There's going to be a test.
Well, that was very enjoyable, but I got to hit the road. So say goodbye to the Golden Spike Tower and Railroad Yard here in North Platte, Nebraska. Second largest in the U.S. It's been enjoyable. So, well, we got to get back on the road. Okay, bye. Well, I had a quick lunch in North Platte. obviously still heading east, and it is gonna rain. I guess we'll find out if the back tonneau is really waterproof. We'll be able to find out by this afternoon. I don't think I'm gonna look. I don't think I'm gonna look at it until I get home. Just leave it locked. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah, we've hit rain, and it's not too bad so far. A little bit of lightning, and of course the road closure, the eastbound lanes are closed and for construction, and they've got it all routed so that the westbound and the eastbound are one lane, and it was stop and go traffic for a little while. There's the westbound lanes over there. And finally, I see there's a truck up there. He was going 45 in a 65 mile per hour zone. Finally up to about 60. That's a lot better than 3, which is what we were doing, 30 miles per hour. Now we're going up to 58, 59, almost 60 sometimes. That's better. So we're getting there, but we're definitely hit the rain. Definitely on the other side of the dry line. And welcome to the East Coast. Actually, it's the Midwest, but you get the idea. Not sure what this is coming up. Don't think it's a state line, but it's an interesting crossover. Figured, oh, I should get video of this, whatever it is. There's a museum for it, the Archway Museum. Because don't you know this archway is the 9th wonder of the world? I don't know. Archway, take the journey. Archway. Okay. Somehow I think that's under the if you build it, they will come category. It was nice seeing you. Goodbye. If it seems like I'm shooting less video, it's because there's nothing to see. It's flat. And it's raining. And there's nothing. Farm after farm. marker 349. Nebraska continues. Looks about the same everywhere you look. Welcome to Iowa. Just crossed the Missouri River. Kind of snuck up on me. I had no idea we were about to cross it. But it's been raining all afternoon. Back in, where was it? Stopped to get gas, busted my windshield wiper on the passenger side. And of course it started raining. So I stuck it back on. It seemed to be holding until I got into a thunderstorm. And then it busted off. Luckily, it stayed on the windshield wiper came off, but it didn't fall off the truck. So I got some Gorilla Tape at a truck stop, and that is the result. I'm just thankful it wasn't the windshield wiper on the driver's side. So I don't know where I'm going to find a windshield wiper. I don't know if I can find an auto parts store on the way home or not. We'll work on that later. Right now, I've got an hour 15 to St. Joseph, Missouri. Okay, bye. It's getting dark, but I thought I'd show a little bit of the Missouri River Valley. It's not much to look at. It is Thursday morning, day 4. Just left St. Joseph, Missouri, and a very swanky hotel with a terrible refrigerator that did not keep anything cold, so I had to buy a bag of ice. Also exchanged the windshield wiper this morning. Stopped by an AutoZone and got a new one. $38 for one 18-inch wiper. That seemed a little like highway robbery to me, but I didn't have a choice. So we are now on 36, which is a 2-lane divided highway, and 4-lane divided highway, and it's a very nice, easy road. Not very many trucks, not very much traffic. The speed limit is 65, but we're going 75, 74, 73, somewhere around in there. And looks like it's going to be a great day. Not a whole lot. Got a wind farm coming up, windmills. making electricity that looks like it goes nowhere because I never see any power lines going away. You know, if something produces a lot of electricity, there should be a substation and power lines leaving the facility, like in a nuclear power plant. But I don't see any power lines leaving these windmills. There are power lines. Hey, look, this has power lines up here. Maybe that's power leaving the windmills. I don't know. Maybe it just goes by it. I don't know. I'm telling you, there's no power lines leaving any of these windmills. So we're driving through Missouri, and the one thing that I'm noticing is once we got over here, we're entering rolling hills here in Missouri, so it's not quite all flatland, but it really does remind me of driving through Virginia. I mean, it's just hills and trees, and you can't see much outside of the road. You might see a field or a hill right there, but certainly no sweeping vistas by any means. It's the Mississippi River. Over the Mississippi. Well, that was it. Signs I've caught. Welcome to Illinois. Alright, I don't know how much of that I actually caught because the gimbal's off a little bit, but we'll take a look at it anyways. Okay, bye. It's the Illinois River. Quick, there it goes. Valley. Welcome to Indiana. Doesn't look much different than the last state, but it's Indiana. Such as it is. On Interstate 74, heading towards Indianapolis, about an hour outside of Indianapolis, I suppose. And it's still flat. Kind of like it has looked for the last 300 or 400 miles. But it's green. I suppose that is it's green. Been chasing these clouds all day long. Starting to catch up to them. But that's not rain on the windshield. That's just a lot of bugs. And we're looking at downtown Indianapolis in rush hour traffic. I kind of rerouted myself north of the city because this is what I didn't want to run into. And here I am. And it's raining a little bit, not bad. We had a heavy shower earlier. Truck's doing just fine. And hopefully I will get through this. And coming up about 2.5 miles from Interstate 70, and then I gotta stop for one more night, and then I'm going home. Good morning. So we just crossed into Ohio. I'm at the Ohio rest area on I-70, and I'm only stopping to get the camera out because I forgot to get it out as I left Richmond, Indiana just a few minutes ago. So today's the last day. Hooray! And looking forward to getting home. And it's about 7.5, 8 hours drive time. And hope to be there later this evening, after this afternoon, evening. And maybe we'll get ahead of the thunderstorms that I saw on the radar to the south. So that's the goal anyways. And it's a whole lot of gray this morning, and maybe I can stay out of the rain, I'm hoping. And we're just gonna get home, and there's not much to see. As you can see, it's, well, this is a rest area, and it's a typical rest area. Hello, rest area. And I'm just pulled off to the side here, and I'm about to get going on 70. So, okay, we'll see you on the road. Oh, nice house. Day 5 is just gray and dreary. However, Ohio Interstate 70 is much better than Indiana Interstate 70. Indiana needs to put some money into their highway system. So far, this Ohio road is smooth and not nearly as many bumps. Just doing much nicer. Traffic this morning is, I guess, typical early morning traffic. Hopefully in about an hour it'll settle down a little bit, maybe lessen up. But I've noticed that on the interstates it's pretty nasty. A lot of trucks, a lot of cars. But I think it's going to be kind of like this for quite a ways. Until right here. Guess they ran out of money.
Every direction leads me away. Pray for tomorrow, but for today.
Well, you can kind of see Columbus, Ohio there in the distance. A little bit of skyline. Downtown Columbus. Some big construction going on. And I think we're coming up on Wheeling, West Virginia. Man, it's feeling like we're getting close to home. Guess I should keep in mind that the speed limit's down to 45 through here. And there it is. Welcome to West Virginia. Last time I was in Wheeling was when I was working at C-SPAN. And that was a torturous, enduring event for the President's Tour, I think. And here we come up on a tunnel. The Wheeling Tunnel. That famous Wheeling Tunnel. East on 70 till I get up to Washington, Pennsylvania. And 79 to 68, 68 to 522, 522 to home. Piece of cake. Well, that was the Pennsylvania sign. I don't know if I caught it or not. But we'll be in Pennsylvania for a little bit before we head south, get back down into West Virginia. We've got hills now. Had hills most of today. Not quite so flat. It looks very much like Virginia. Definitely looks like the East Coast. Hit a traffic jam in Washington, Pennsylvania. Took a reroute that said it was 11 minutes faster, and I'm going along this scenic drive. It is literally called, the road is called Scenic Drive. There was a lake over there, really nice lake. I can't see it through the woods. You can barely see it through the woods. But it is just a very narrow road, 40-mile-per-hour speed limit. But I'm moving, I'm not stuck in traffic, so I guess that's a good thing. There's a little bit of a lake again. This is one of the craziest reroutes I've ever been on. Apparently I'm not alone. Pretty little scenery. nice house out there. Barns. Man. Interesting facility. Well, that was a very interesting detour, but eventually it did get back to 79, and it looks like maybe the traffic jam that I was in has created a very nice 79 that has almost no traffic on it. By the way, that is the remains of a butterfly. Sorry, little butterfly. You just picked the wrong place to be at that exact moment. All right, moving right along. On 68, and it's pretty much the same old thing all the way home. Rolling hills. It's going to be a lot of getting into the third lane for overdrive. Got a bunch of motorcycles up here. Not sure if I'll get past them or not. How fast they're going. But it's a lot of hills. All right, I'll see you at home. That's how you do that. And I just missed it. The Welcome to Virginia sign. So, welcome to Virginia. Taking the back roads through Pawpaw. Just because it's 10 minutes faster and I'm looking forward to getting home. Okay, just to put a bow on the whole thing, yes, I did make it home, and my truck has found its new home right here. And the poor RAV4's moved out, but it'll be okay. Meantime, old Big Blue gets spoiled a little bit underneath the carport. So we made it. All right, take care. Bye-bye.